Hey guys, welcome to episode 25 of the weekly update, the series where I talk about the paddles I hit throughout the week. The past week was mainly spent doing testing on the Gearbox GX2 Powers and Selkirk Boomstick, but for this episode, we'll mainly be talking about some smaller brand companies we gotta try out. Spoiler alert, one of these is actually a Yola mod in disguise. Let's talk about that. First up, let's talk about the Onix Hype X Pro. This is a raw carbon fiber Gen 2 14mm elongated paddle with a swing weight of 106 and a twist weight of 6.90. And for the handle length, it is 5.5 inches. It's been a while since Onix has released anything, and this is actually a pretty solid paddle release from them. For $119, this is surprisingly a very good, solid Gen 2 paddle at a good price point that I would recommend to people if this had been released a year and a half ago. At this day and age, coming out with a Gen 2 thermoform paddle isn't exciting anymore. There are already so many Gen 2s that have hit the market with different thicknesses and shapes, and several have come out at similar or lower price points to the HypeX Pro. So while this isn't a bad paddle at all from Onix, honestly it's probably their best one, it just came out way too late when they should have released a Gen 4 or even a Gen 3 instead. Next, let's talk about the Warping Point Aether paddle. This is another Gen 2 elongated paddle, though it has a curved top and a 5.25-inch handle. The core thickness is 16mm that uses the wider 10mm cell size diameter, and the surface layup is a blend of aramid and carbon fiber. For the swing weight, we got 115, and the twist weight, we got 6.44. Okay, now based on the paddle stats, this is basically like the Mark II R2 paddle, but with a change in surface layers. That wider 10mm cell size gives the paddle more substance and dwell time compared to the average Gen 2, and combined with the softer aramid and carbon fiber blend in the surface, this is a very soft paddle. I think it pockets the ball very well and gives the paddle really good control, but I do think it's a bit much here. Personally, I think the fiberglass blend in the Mark R2 series has a better feel when combined with the wider cell core, and wish they had done something similar here. But I think it still works as a beginner paddle option for people that want max control. Now for under $100 after a code, this is a very solid budget purchase, but again, I see this as a control paddle for a newer player rather than someone looking for a performance paddle right now. Next, let's talk about the Pakle Evo 01, which is the most interesting paddle of the bunch. This is just going to be a quick first look on this one, but I do want to spend more time and give more thoughts on this paddle in the future. Specs-wise, this is an elongated Gen 3 paddle with a carbon fiber surface and a 5.5-inch handle. For the swing weight, we got 115, and the twist weight, we got 6.75. Now, while it does have a second foam layer, that layer doesn't go right next to the first layer of edge foam. Instead, it's actually closer to the middle of the paddle here. In terms of how this plays, it doesn't give the paddle a hollow feel like Yola Gen 3S, but more of a higher pitched tingy feel. Surprisingly, it still has pretty solid power that I would say is similar to an SLK era power. A very interesting paddle for sure that I'm looking forward to spending more time with. The feel is a bit unique, and supposedly it's going to have more durability compared to the Yola Gen 3 series, but only time will tell as I am going to spend more time and provide more thoughts on this one. Now, the final paddle we're going to talk about is going to be the mod clone, and that's the Slamopus Athena II, an elongated Gen 3 style paddle with a 5.5-inch handle and a carbon fiber surface. For the swing weight, we got 116, and the twist weight, we got 6.05. Now, Slamopus unfortunately hasn't shared any pictures of the core, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same construction as a Yola mod, so it probably has that second foam layer in the diving board style. The sound on the face is super hollow and loud sounding, and it actually sounds exactly like my Luz cannons. But unlike the cannons, these hit extremely hard. The first ball I hit with the Athena II shot off like a rocket, and everyone on the court turned to look at what I was using. I'm pretty sure this thing is just a mod clone, but the kicker is that it's supposedly an approved paddle. I've been told from the owner that the paddle is approved, but this may be another Luz cannon situation. But anyways, they're going to be running a 50% off sale for the next week, and this paddle retails for $100. So if you are looking for a crazy powerful paddle at a low price point that is supposedly legal, I would jump on it now for the sale. So even if you do miss it, $100 for a Yola mod clone is still crazy. But anyways, that's it for this week's episode of the Weekly Update. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all next week.
You go in the morning and then you lay out unless they have like something going on.
Like some people, like brokers are easy to play. You won't make people because it's not easy to play. It's like he's better, but it's
She got a partner's at last minute.
I mean, she knew she was playing it, but she was
She's still really know about her practice. Yeah. Will and pick things she wants to work on.
some irritants here.
When you're looking trying to win.
Looks good.